Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science. Our subject is Computer Fundamentals, topic Algorithm and Flowchart Examples. So this is a part second video. In our first part we have discussed some algorithms, some examples of algorithms and flowchart. So in this video also we are discussing some examples of writing an algorithm and flowchart. So consider the first question to find whether a number is even or odd. So this question is a very simple one. We will be given a number and we have to find out whether that number is an even number or odd number. And first thing, before writing an algorithm, first thing we need to remember is what is the logic behind this problem. So how to find a number, how to decide whether a number is even or odd. So the thing is, we just want to divide by 2 and check whether there is a remainder or not. If the number is even, it will be clearly divisible by 2, which means if a number is dividing by 2, if we get 0 as remainder, the number will be an even number. If we divide a number by 2 and we will get another remainder, I mean 1 as the remainder, then the number will be an odd number. That is the concept. So step 1 of course is start. Step 2 is to read the number and the variable name here is number. Okay. Then if that number percentage q, I mean modulo, and this symbol is used for getting the reminders. Number percentage 2 means when the number is dividing by 2 and considering the remainder. So number percentage 2 is the remainder when number is divided by 2. So when the remainder equal to 0, we can say that the number is even. So the step is like print even number. And next step 5, else. Else means here if number percentage 2 equal to 0. So here if it is not equal to 0, print as odd number. Stop. So this is algorithm. Of course, it's a simple algorithm. Next, we can draw flowchart. This is the flowchart. So first symbol is an ellipse for start, terminal. Then next is an input statement for enter a number. So this is our variable number. Then there is a checking, right? There's a decision symbol, number percentage 2 equal to 0. If so, the condition is number percentage 2 equal to 0. If it is true, which means here there are two output paths. First path is for yes, which means number percentage 2 equal to 0. If it is yes, we can print as print even. So use a parallelogram for output statements. Then here, if it is not, if it is the answer is no, we can print as odd number. Then both even and odd decision symbols, dot decision output symbol, and to as terminal symbol, that is stop. Okay. So this is how to draw a flowchart of even or odd program. Okay, hope the concept is clear. It's a very simple program. The next program is to print all even numbers between 1 to n. So in our previous program, we will be given a number and we have to find out whether it is even or not. But here, we will give a limit, print all the even numbers up to 100, print all numbers up to 50, like that. So we will be given a limit n and we have to print all the numbers from even numbers from 1 to that n. That is the program. So step 1 is start. Our logic is simple as our previous program. Just find out the modulo division. I mean divide by 2 and take the remainder. Step 2, we have to read the limit of numbers, up to which number we can print the even numbers, right? So read the limit of numbers and then assign I is equal to 1. We are going to start a loop to print those even numbers. So assign I is equal to 1. Then this is a loop. This is how we can implement the loop using algorithm. Repeat steps 6 through 8 until I equal to n. So we have assigned I 1, the value 1. So here now I is equal to 1. Then we are going to repeat our steps from the next step onwards. We are going to repeat our steps until the value of I reaches our limit n. Okay. So step 6. Okay, we are going to repeat the steps 6 through 8. So 6, 7, 8 we are going to repeat, right? So step 6 says like if I percentage 2 equal to 0. So first we are considering the first number 1 and checking whether 1 percentage 2 equal to 0. If it is 0, then it's an even number, right? So go to step 7. Step 7 is we can print that number, print I. If it is not, next step is to find out I is equal to I plus 1, which means increment that I. Then this 6, 7, 8 is get repeated until the value of I reaches n. Then last is stop. So consider an example like I'm going to print all the even numbers between 1 to 6. Okay, so the value of n is 6. So first step is to whether I'm going to check whether 1 is an even number or not. If 1 is an even number, we will print 1. Then increment 1 I by 1. We get 2. Then check whether 2 is an even number. If it is okay, then print 2. Then again increment it 3. Then 3, 4, 5 and up to 6. Until I equal to n, we perform the same steps. So here, first case, I percentage 2 means 1 percentage 2 equal to 0. That is false. So we can just increment I. Our I become 2 now. Then we will check 2 percentage 2 equal to 0. That's true. So we can print 2. So our first value will be 2. Then again I get incremented. So I value is 3. Then 3 percentage 2 equal to 0. No. So we can skip this step and again incrementary. So our I becomes 4. Then again 4 percentage 2 equal to 0. That's right. So print 4. Then I get incremented. I becomes 5. 5 percentage 2 not equal to 0. So we can skip the step and increment this I. I get 6 and 6 percentage 2 equal to 0, right? So we can print 6 and again I got incremented. I is 7 now. Then now this condition got violated, right? I equal to 7. Here now our I equal to 7 and our n is 6. So this condition got violated. So 6, 7, 8. We skip these steps and jump to here, which means stop. So it will print even numbers 2, 4, 6. So the concept is very simple, logic is very simple. Then we can draw the flowchart. This is the flowchart. Two checkings are there. First thing is a terminal for starting. Then we can read the limit n. Then we are going to set I is equal to 1. Next again check whether this I less than or equal to n. Okay. The loop, this is a loop part. Okay. If I less than or equal to n, two values are there. First one is yes and second is no, of course. So when the condition got violated, what happened? No. When it is no, directly goes to stop. Okay. Or if it is yes, then we again check this condition. I mean even or odd checking. If I percentage 2 equal to 0. Okay. If it is 0, then we can print I. After we can increment I. Okay. Then if it is no, we won't print I, but we just increment I. This is the loop. If I percentage 2 equal to 0 is not true, which means there is a reminder, then skip to just increment I. After incrementing I, the step is got repeated. Step got repeated, right? Because it's a loop. For that, we draw a loop over here. Again, after incrementing I, the connection, the data flow goes to the checking whether I is less than or equal to n. Okay. So this is the concept. This is how we can implement even numbers, how to print even numbers between 1 and n. Next, moving on to the next program. To print sum of all even numbers between 1 to n, there is a small correction or a small change with this program. That's it. First step is of course starting, then read the limit, then again assign I equal to 1. Then we need a new variable for finding the sum. So assign that sum is equal to 0. Then again we are going to repeat the steps until I is equal to our limit reaches. So first step is, of course, if I percentage 2 equal to 0, then go to step 7. Next step. In next step we compute sum. Sum is equal to sum plus our I. Then again compute I is equal to I plus 1. Print sum of even numbers. After this loop exit, we can print the sum of even numbers as sum. Stop. Let's check with an example. Our previous example, consider the limit is 6. Okay. So we assign sum is equal to 0 here. Then check whether I percentage 2 equal to 0. For I is equal to 1, this is not true. So just increment I. So we get I is equal to 2 and that is correct. 2 percentage 2 is equal to 0. So we can go to step 6. Here what we are doing is just add the value of sum plus the value of I. Here the value of sum is 0. So 0 plus 2. So we'll get sum as 2. Then again increment I. So our I will be 3, right? Our I will be 3. Again check whether 3 percentage 2 equal to 0. No. So we can increment I. We get 4, right? 4 percentage 2 equal to 0. That's true. So 4 is even number, right? So we can add that 4 with sum is equal to sum plus I, right? Our sum is 2 now and our I is 4 now. So which means 4 plus 2 equal to 6. 6 is the current value of sum. And again I got incremented. I became 5. 5 percentage 2 equal to 0 is false. So just increment I again. I become 6 and 6 percentage 2 equal to 0. That's correct. So we can add that 6 with this value. So 6 plus 6 we get as 12. Again I got incremented. I become 7 and when we check here I is 7 and our n is 6, which means this condition got violated. Just skip to step 9 and at step 9 we are going to print the sum of even numbers sum. So value of sum is 12 now. 12 got printed. This is the program to print sum of all even numbers between 1 to n. Hope the concept is clear. Then this is the flowchart. Here start symbol, read limit, then assign, two assignments are here, right? I is equal to 1 and sum is equal to 0. Next is a loop. So check whether I is equal to n. This is our condition, whether I is equal to n reached. If it is yes, we can directly move to the last step, which means print the sum of even numbers as sum and stop. If it is not reached, then we can do all the operations. First operation is like if I percentage 2 equal to 0. If I percentage equal 2 equal to 0, if it is true, that's an even number, so we can add that number. So sum is equal to sum plus I. Then after I increment I is equal to I plus 1. Then if it is false, which means that's an odd number, so we can just increment I. For that, this is the connection. If it is false, then jump to this step, I is equal to I plus 1. And after I got incremented, it will check whether I reaches n. For that, this is the loop. It goes to, there is a small correction actually. This is not the way. We have to draw like this. Okay. It should have a single input. There's a law guidelines for drawing a flowchart. A decision symbol may have 2 or more outputs, but it should have a single input. So for that, there is a small correction. Okay, please draw it like this. This arrow comes to here, not here. Okay. This is how we implement a loop, and this is the program. Hope the concept is clear. Moving on to the next. This is another simple program. Find the factorial of a number. How to find the factorial? Again, I'm taking 6. 6 factorial. 6 factorial is equal to 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So we are multiplying all the numbers up to 1. Okay. This is the concept. To do that, Step 1, start. Declare the variables. We need two variables, num, and to find out factorial, we need a variable called fact. Then initialize the variable. Initialize our fact to 1. Read the value of number. Like I have read here 6, right? So read the value of that number. Repeat the steps until number greater than 1. Okay, that numbers greater than 1. Repeat the steps. Steps are factors, fact star num. Then again, num got decremented. Num is equal to num minus 1. Then after decrementing, we will repeat this loop, right? We will check whether num is greater than 1. And when this condition fails, this statement got executed, which means display the fact. Stop. Let's take a small example. Consider our num is read value of num. Our num is 4. Repeat the steps until 4 greater than 1. 4 is greater than 1, of course, right? So our value of fact is 1 fact into num. Fact's value is initialized to 1. So 1 into num, 1 into 4. Here it is 4. Then num got decremented. Our num is 3. Num minus 1. So num is 3. Next step, again checking whether 3 is greater than 1. Correct. Then fact is fact into num, which means 4 into 3. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. Again, num got decremented, which means our num is 2 now. 2. And that 2 is greater than 1. Correct. Then 2 into, what to do? Fact into num. Fact is 12. Then fact into num is 2. 12 into 2 is 24. Then num got decremented, means num is 1 now. Then again check whether 1 greater than 1. No, condition fails, right? So just skip the step and execute the step 6. Display fact. Our value of fact is 24, which means 4 factorial is 24. This is the concept, and consider the flowchart. So first step is start. Then the fact is initialized to 1. Fact to 1. Read the value of num. Then checking whether num greater than 1. Yes, if it is okay, then do fact is equal to fact star num. After, decrement the num by 1. After decrementing, repeat this loop, right? This is the loop going to this point as input of is num greater than 1. Again checking whether num greater than 1. And this step repeats if when num is not greater than, which means whether num is equal to 1 or less than 1, this will work. Print fact. We are going to print our value. After stop. This is another example of our algorithm and flowchart. Hope that examples are clear. Thank you.